Now in the centre of the face, I'm using the Tom Ford Traceless Matte Primer. Take note, any potential brides out there or anyone that has oily skin or enlarged pores, this primer is amazing. Helps to refine the look of pores in the centre of the face that we want skin to look really perfect and not have too much shine. The foundation I'm using is a new one by Anabla Cosmetics. This is called Skin Realist. I really love this foundation because it's lightweight and hydrating, but gives skin a lovely kind of plump looking texture. And the colours are really good too. This is shade number 2, and it's a really lovely stippling brush, which just helps to give that flawless airbrush finish to the rest of the skin. I've blended some of that foundation down the neck and chest too, just because it's so light and natural, and it gives a gorgeous glow to any extra skin that's on show, and just make sure that everything. So I'm going to use the KVD Good Apple Concealer now. I've used this so many times in my reels, but now you guys will see it in action. It is amazing. It's such a good concealer. This is the shade Medium 129 that I'm using on Savannah. I've just put a little bit on my hand for hygiene reasons. So before I finish the skin, I'm going to move on to eyes, just to allow that skin a little chance to settle. I am using this little pot of eyeshadow. This is by Beauty Pie. It's called Velvet Veil, and it's in the shade Doe, as in D-O-E. This shape to her really beautiful elongated eye shape, which Savannah also is lucky enough to have. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting that on top and then a little bit under the lash line too, and just making sure that it's blended and really softly diffused. Okay, now for liner, I'm going to use the YSL Couture eyeliner. What I'm going to do with it is I am just keeping this super close to the natural lash line, almost drawing over the root of the lashes, from almost like 2/3 along the lid. And then what I've done is I've just taken it just to the very outer edge and very slightly thicker. If you open your eyes for me, you can see what that does is it just slightly darkens. Beauty, I love Gucci's packaging. So cute. Everything they make is dressing table worthy. This is a new one, which is why I'm using it directly with the applicator, so you guys really get to see the application. I love the fact it's got a nice slim wand, really natural. You can coat each one with mascara and it gives you that lovely fluffy effect where each lash is coated in the product. Absolutely love it. You can see as this goes on, even for quite thick brows like Savannah's, this just holds them in place. And it really lasts as well. And I find that by the very end of the day, depending on the skin type. Now I'm going to put a little bit of sculpting in the skin. I am using this Fenty cream contour in the shade Amber. This is the lightest shade they do, I believe. This one is almost like a grey brown, so it looks super natural on shape, and also create that dimension where it comes in and goes back out and in again. Same on the other side, and also I'm going to contour the nose just slightly with this too. To go patchy or move anything underneath. How gorgeous is that as a natural flush? Love. And then a tiny bit across the nose too. You definitely need this. I feel like everyone needs this, regardless of skin tone. This works on so many different skin tones. Just looks like a really beautiful and natural flush. So because we've got this dewy base, I'm pressing it into the skin rather than swiping it on, because this is a great one to use instead. Overlining in the most natural way is I like to keep the bottom lip not heavily overlined, and then the top lip in the center of the mouth, I go slightly over the lip line, but keep the outer corners within the natural lip line, which keeps it looking natural. Now I'm just going to pop a touch of lipstick over the top. This is actually a Dior Tinted Balm in the shade 100. It's a really beautiful, sheer, kind of like nudie, pinky, brownie, just gorgeous. I'm just going to press that into the lid so it looks really soft and natural. And then I have Jay here, who is about to give us some Kendall inspired hair, and we will show you guys the finished look.